Hello, welcome to Waypoint Survival. Today, let's talk about a great natural fire starter. Stay tuned. So here we have a clump of Pampas grass just growing here wild out in an open field, and there are no houses, really close around here. I can see different clumps of it scattered throughout. Of course, it's really foggy today. The temperature's changing. It's getting a little bit warmer. The ground is still cold and a lot of snow out. But anyway, this is what you're looking for. It's got these tall seed heads. As you can see, it's also quite tall and very, very high. Again, it can reach pretty tall heights, 10 feet or 3 meters or so. So this is a pretty amazing plant. Pampas grass is also known as Cortederia ceoana or jubata. It's a flowering native plant that is actually from South America, actually known best for the Pampas region of Argentina. But it's, as I said, a very tall grass. Pampas grass has been introduced to Europe, North America, Australia, and New Zealand as an ornamental grass, as well as food for grazing animals. The featherhead plumes, when dried, are used widely in the floral arrangements, etc., that people put together. There's several variations of this plant. There are some dwarf species that only get about 1 meter or 3 feet tall plus. And then the thing about this grass is that each plant will produce in its lifetime over 1 million seeds. So this spreads prolifically. So before you plant it or before you transplant it, you need to make sure that you really want it to grow there. Cutting it down or even burning it to the ground only makes it want to produce new growth. So it's a very, very hardy plant. It only has 2 enemies. Mankind and extremely cold weather. This grows in almost every area around the world. Actually, in Florida, California, Hawaii, and Spain, it's considered an invasive species and weed. So you're actually doing a favor by using it up. And also, it's even banned in some places from sale or propagation, which you do by digging up some of the roots. It spreads through the roots, so you would dig it up and transplant it. It lives for more than 10 years, so it's got a really long lifespan. It is drought resistant and will grow in sand, and so flexible it can grow in high winds and even in salt water. So a lot of people use this around the ocean. So here it is. You can see it growing. Zoom in just a little bit. Get an idea what it looks like up close. And then in this field, there's a clump of it growing over there. There's some more back over in there, and in throughout over yonder and down over there. We see several different clumps of it. And so this is the type of grass that just grows everywhere. And it's something that you could really use in a survival situation. This plant grows prolifically. I've seen it growing in neighborhoods alongside interstates and roads. Just recently I was in a neighborhood just driving through, and I counted 11 houses that people had it planted as an ornamental grass. So you can find this in the wild, you can find it growing around. It'd be really great for an urban survival situation, but it's a super great fire starter. Let's get to that. So of course the question is, I'm sure, how well does it burn? Well, I've harvested some just in a plastic bag here, and of course it's a little bit snowy and wet out today. I harvested this previously for the purposes of demonstration for this video, but you can find it, like I said, growing in a lot of places. We're going to put down a platform and just some bark I peeled off a tree on a stump down here, and let's show you how this starts and lights and how long it burns. Okay, so we got our little stump here. We're just going to put down these pieces of bark for a platform. Obviously we don't want it to get real wet. I'm going to open the bag here and just pull out a few pieces of this. Now you could carry this in a pocket or a dump pouch or whatever you want. But these seed heads, you can see it's super fluffy, and it just goes everywhere. We just want to pull out a little bit of this and lay it down. Now, the remarkable thing about this is that I know of no other natural tinder that burns quite like this. There are other items out there, obviously, but this right here, it's really remarkable in how long it burns. So, the fire kit here, and it's extremely easy to light with a ferrocerium rod. You know, most people use cotton balls and things like that, but this light's very similar to a cotton ball. Very, very easy. Just a simple strike or two is all it takes. And it burns quite a while. It's not a quick tinder. A lot of your natural tinders and things that you use, they tend to burn up really fast. It's more like what you call a flash tinder. But this burns for quite a while. And you can just roll it over and it'll keep right on burning. So it's really, really impressive. Plenty long enough for you to get a fire started, that's for sure. Alright, we'll do that again, give you maybe a bit of a close-up so you can see how well it burns. Actually, of course, it's actually still on fire. Thanks for watching this little demonstration of the Pampas grass and what you can do with it. I do want to warn you that this stuff is highly flammable, so it's extremely easy to ignite, and if you do have it growing around your house or if you decide to plant it, just be aware of the fact that it catches fire and burns very easy, which is of course the properties we're looking for, but you do want to be careful with it. This is James Bender for Waypoint Survival. Please like, share, and subscribe. Make sure and check out the links in the description box below. And don't forget to press the bell button to stay notified of all of our upcoming videos. We'll talk to you next time.